All right, year 9 reveal time.
Hello, everyone.
That was not a pre-recorded video.
Welcome back. The time has finally come for us to find out what the next
Also,
year of Siege
I'm gonna move my
has in
face
store
cam.
for us. That's right. This is the year 9 reveal panel. Who's excited? I'm your host, Camille Salazar-Hadaway, and it is so great to be here, not only because it's warm in Brazil, but also you bring the warmth with all of your energy. We love it. Of course, joining me as well.
No one says anything, bro. Do they have like a live translator for this?
And game director Joshua Mills. Give them a round of applause.
They must have a live translator somewhere.
Alex, you're hearing everyone. All weekend long, Brazil has been loud. 10,000 people surrounding us 360. How does it feel?
I just want to say, Obrigado, Brazil! We asked you to show up for the SI, and you did. This is unbelievable, and I can't wait to talk about year 9.
I can't wait
Okay.
either, but first, Joshua,
Get to it.
this is the first SI in Brazil. What does this moment mean for you?
Oh, in one word, everything. This is our moment, not just our teams, but all of our fans and the pros. Like, this is what it's all about, coming together and celebrating everything that is amazing about Siege. And we can't be, oh man, we gotta get into this stuff. I'm getting too antsy already.
I know, this is the community.
My
and
hopes
this
are
is
low,
for the
guys.
community, so
I'm not gonna
let's
lie.
get into the
I want to be
overall
happy,
vision
especially
of
after the year 9
9.
season 1 reveal panel, but I'm scared.
So what is the Siege team focusing on in year 9?
In year 9, we're focusing on you, your feedback. It's the foundation of our roadmap this year. We're gonna see significant quality of life changes, and of course, meta shifts that are incredible, that's gonna keep the game fresh and fun.
All right, Alex, we have the fresh and fun, but how's it going to be fair?
Right. Siege is a competitive game, and making sure that we maintain that integrity is really important to us. So anti-cheat will be a main topic for us all through year 9. Also, players
what does that
have
mean?
invested a lot
They say
of
that every
time
year.
into a game like Siege, and we want to be able to celebrate that. So expect season after season more rewards and celebration for all of your progression in the game.
All right, with that,
Okay.
I think it's time to get into the overview of the seasons and operators. How about you? What do you think? Ready? Let's get into the overview of the seasons and operators.
This is gonna be the iffy part,
So
I
I'm going
think.
to drop a spoiler here if you missed it. Season 1, Deimos. You can now be the villain we all need. You got to talk about it.
All right, if you missed it yesterday, please tune in. We talked about Deimos coming into the game.
Yeah, we know
He's
all
now
this.
captured by Rainbow, but you can now actually jump into the villain's boots, play with the death marks, and as Justin said yesterday, take down operators one by one.
Ooh, so menacing. Look at that mask. It's really exciting that we're able to go into this realm of trying to be a little more sinister. I love it.
Okay, but
I
what
love
about the
it.
rest of the
now
year?
let's get into territory that we haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Season 2.
That's right. Season 2 is when we shake things up with an operator
So it's true.
remaster of Recruit.
They're
This
not
is
coming out with
something
a new
that
operator
we
in season
all
2.
began with as Siege players, and you won't be getting just one recruit, but 2 of them.
Wait, what?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You just dropped the microphone there. We're getting 2 recruits. I have so many questions. But first, let's talk about the veteran players because they've spent the most time with the recruits. So how is this going to help them?
Well, the biggest thing here is, yes, we've been with Recruit for some time, and the thing that they're bringing to the table is an ability to inject strategy into the lineups like you've never seen before. On top of that, Recruit, they got a bit of a promotion. They now have full operator status, which means they can appear in every playlist freely, just like any other operator.
Okay.
Additionally, you can customize them like any other operator, their uniforms, their headgear.
So then what does this
Okay.
mean for Battle Pass?
All right, because with operator remasters,
What does that mean?
if you own them and everybody owns Recruit, you get these 2 operators for free. So when you get the Battle Pass, you'll be rewarded an operator voucher. which means you can turn it in for any operator you don't already have. And if you have every single operator, you can still turn it in for cold, hard credits.
Yeah, let those R6 credits
But what are they
roll,
doing
not
to
quite yet.
recruit?
Because I still have a question. This is a really cool concept that you
They haven't said anything. They just said, "We're
making
remaking him."
important for the team to integrate it.
Well, fundamentally, it's about the health of the game. We want to make sure that everything in the game is maintained and brought forward. This is game, we're here to stay. We're here, Alex has said it last
say that
year
every
on the
year.
SI. We're here for the next 10 years, and we are making sure we make that investment across the board. So keeping our ops impactful through the years.
And I'll also say this gives us an opportunity for our new operators as well, letting us give more time to their abilities, making sure they're unique, they're impactful, and also it affects their loadouts, making sure that we can give them even new weapons in the game.
All right, TLC for operators. You gotta love that, right?
Okay. But what does that mean?
Yeah, that seems like a lot, but we still have a couple more seasons to go. So let's get into season 3.
They haven't said anything. Am I crazy? I feel like they've just been so vague.
Coming from Greece.
They haven't said like a
It's very
single
near and
tangible
dear to my
thing.
heart, and so I'm very happy that we're introducing our first Greek operator into Siege.
Okay, so we got
That's really
one
cool.
other operator
Josh,
at
I feel like
least.
you're just itching to tell us more.
Yeah, I have two things. One, this operator is bringing something to the table, again, you've never before seen in Siege. And just like the big bad Deimos, this operator will be fielding a new weapon.
Ooh, a new
Okay.
weapon. Nice. All right, with that, let's get into season 4. I know it's a little bit away, but you got to tell us something.
Okay, so season 4, we're bringing another remaster to the game, and this
So
one
we are
is,
only
I
getting 2
guarantee you've been
operators in
asking
all
for this
year
for
9.
a long, long time. So I'm super happy we're finally getting to it.
Joshua, you got to tell us more than that.
We're not really supposed to talk about this one because it's so far in advance, but this operator hails from the United States, and again, you've all been waiting for this one for a long time.
So it's
Okay,
Blackbeard.
I appreciate that. We could see it on the roadmap, the flag, but we are here in Brazil for SI. You got to tell us more. Who wants to hear
I don't like this
more?
dramatization. Just fucking tell us, bro. Stop dragging it on.
All right.
The crowd has spoken, Joshua.
Yeah, going with the intimidation strategy, very good. Okay, so to keep my job, I'm going to say something different. On a totally unrelated note, I just want to say our cosplay community is insane. I've been incredibly inspired by the work y'all have been doing. I can hear them in the crowd. And you all bring life into our characters and you bring them to real life. And you know what? You've inspired me. I think I got to get into the game. And I'm saying with my current features, I think I could cosplay Season 4's Operator Remaster. Just saying.
Okay, so it's Blackbeard.
Yeah,
Cool.
okay. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get you in trouble, but I think.
I mean, I'm
there's
happy
a
he's
few
getting
guesses
remastered,
out
but
there
they're
as
they're
well.
foregoing a whole
For the
operator just to
overview of all
rework
the
one.
seasons, what else can we expect?
Of course, you can expect a new battle pass with a new theme every single season.
We already
and
get that.
An event to break up that middle of the season.
We already
and
get
freshen
that.
things up.
All right. Well, that's sounding pretty good, but let's dive a little deeper into player protection.
I feel like nothing was said there. I learned
What
like
does this
literally
look like in
nothing.
year 9?
Okay, I want to make it very clear. Foresios hackers. And to translate that loosely, hackers have no space, cheaters have no space in a game like Siege.
Okay. They say that every year.
I mean,
What does that mean?
Alex, a lot of people are excited about that. So let's talk about what else we're going to see. So cheaters have no space in Siege, but it's also about reducing the amount of cheaters as well, right?
That's right. Season 1, we already announced that we're introducing new technology, machine learning, so that we can quickly and effectively make bans based off of data and statistics. This will
Okay.
make us a lot quicker when
Nothing
it comes
new.
to analyzing the complete Siege
This is literally the exact same
population,
graphic from yesterday.
making sure that we identify cheaters quickly, and we're getting them out of the game as soon as possible. On top of all of this, too, yesterday we talked about the ranked playlist, making sure that there's new restrictions so that new players understand what they have to do in order to jump into it, but also making it tougher for cheaters and smurfers to jump into this playlist. And finally,
How does it make it
to toxicity, this is something that we're really
How does it make it
working on
harder
in
for
year
cheaters
9.
to get in? They have to play
Every
5 quick
single
match
season
games and then
will
they
see
can
an
play
update
ranked.
to
How
the
is that hard?
reputation system in the game.
That's half an hour.
Sounds pretty good. I think you made it pretty clear, and everyone heard, cheaters are not welcomed in Siege, so how
That's it.
is
That's all they
going to
said?
be
There's
harder
nothing
for them?
there.
In Season 2, we'll be working on anti-toxicity first, and that is the release of the reputation system from beta. Right now, the system is in beta mode, so actual consequences aren't yet live.
Bro,
However, in Season 2,
they're redacting
we'll
everything.
begin getting restrictions on the playlist that you can enter if you have a low reputation standing, meaning that you better be on your best behavior.
Cheaters beware. Okay, let's talk about PC.
That's right. Season 2, we're also introducing something on the PC side. We're making
saw
it
it said
harder
Steam.
for cheaters to have access to multiple accounts, so
Okay.
that if they are banned once, they stay banned, and they can't jump into other accounts into the game.
So it's going to be with Steam.
Sounding pretty good. I want to double back to the reputation system, specifically Mousetrap as we head into Season 3. What are we going to see there with that?
So Mousetrap is our console anti-cheat. It detects mouse and keyboard while you're supposed to be using a controller. You asked for more punishments when players are detected by this, and we are delivering. Players detected by Mousetrap will be penalized by the reputation system. If you do something wrong there, you will lose access to certain playlists in the game.
Okay, that's actually a
And
good
is this
change.
just part one?
They
Are
finally
we
said
gonna see
something
more with
tangible.
Mousetrap?
We are going to see more. This is part 1, with part 2 coming the next season.
I think that's the first time they've said something this entire stream that actually meant anything.
Mousetrap, you will be automatically placed into the PC matchmaking pool, so that the only players you're playing against are those with mouse and keyboard. If you're on console playing with a controller, that's the only person you should be playing against.
Yep.
Rare dub?
You don't want to have your controllers out if, you're not supposed to be playing with them. So beware of Mousetrap.
Okay, it only
Let's
took them
head into
13
Season
minutes to say
4.
something good, but they said something good.
Specifically, how the season will be hammering down on cheaters.
Season 4, we're also making a big update. We will introduce live bans. That means as soon as a cheater is detected, even in a live match, they will be removed from that match.
Okay.
And that match will be canceled, not affecting your
Okay.
or experience.
Guys, they're finally saying tangible things. Let's go. That's a good change.
Anti-toxicity.
So, communication is key in Siege, and it's okay to have friendly banter with the other team. However, what we don't promote and we don't allow is hate speech, sexism, or any kind of bigotry. So, we'll be stepping it up in the text chat. We'll be introducing automated moderation in text chat in Season 4 to make sure your games are fun, fair, and safe.
And we're seeing a little bit of that there as well.
Don't they already do
Sounds
that?
pretty cool. A lot covered for player protection.
Yeah, hold on, I mean, that was like whatever.
Let's get into what you want the main takeaways to be when we think of player protection in year 9.
For us, when it comes to anti-cheat and anti-toxicity, this is a year-long effort. You'll see season after season, we're investing in 4 main priorities. 1, it's going to be about hardening our security systems, making them more resilient, making them more robust, and that means reinforcing our 2 technologies. Mousetrap, our console anti-cheat. We'll be updating it every single season. And QB,
I said that before as well.
our PC anti-cheat, making sure it's robust, it can handle what it needs to, and make the game a lot safer. And finally, when it comes to game exploits,
I'm not denying that it's...
we're stepping it up as well. We're growing our team and putting dedicated resources on game exploits so that they can be identified faster and they're eliminated as soon as possible.
It's 100% because of the credit glitch I
Sounds
posted
pretty
about.
good.
That's the only reason they're doing that.
Now you talked about communication. How frequent are we going to see that?
We've been stepping up our communication already this year, and our promise to you is that we're communicating on this subject every 2 months. We don't want to go radio silent on this and make sure that you always have the information you need so you understand what's going on in
They're
the game at
fucking
all times.
lying.
All right.
They didn't
well,
post
thank you
about
so much
anti-cheat
that,
for a
Alex.
whole
You know what, Josh, I'm
year.
thinking maybe we should give Alex a little
After
bit
they
of a
said they were going to
break.
post every
We
month
covered
and a
lot
half. They were
there.
fucking
So let's
lying
head
to
in
us.
To balancing.
They already said that they were going to post that frequently, and they never did. They did it like 3 times, and then they stopped
Joshua,
posting
how
for a
is
year.
balancing changing in year 9?
So, like I said,
I don't
we
believe
are
that one for one
dedicated to some
second.
serious meta shifts. And I want to make it very clear, Alex was very clear about our player protection. I'm going to make it very clear about this. The TDM meta is not here to stay. This is not how we intend for Siege to be played. We want the run and gun out of the game. We want to get tactical, strategic, focused, methodical play to be the center stage of everyone's ranked match, just like we're seeing up here on the stage.
Okay.
We're hearing a lot of players really excited for that. So how is the player perspective going to be integrated in that focus?
Well, there's one more thing I'd like to mention just before I get into the player's perspective on that, because actually their perspective leads into this next point. Another big focus for balancing is reinforcing our attacker lineup, making that divide between our attackers and our defenders far closer. Because again, strategy, teamwork, and smart play is what should be winning your rounds, not what side of the fight you're on.
Yeah,
They're saying a lot,
right.
but they're not
That is,
showing
a lot of players have been
anything.
bringing that up. So what else is going to be
What are they
brought into
going to
what you're
do?
hearing from the players?
Or are they just
So
talking
that's the
about it?
thing. We want to be able to be far more reactive to your feedback. We've actually changed a bunch of process internally so that we can do that. So we can react faster to that feedback. So you're not left waiting months and months and months for changes to come in, because that can be
Maybe they can
incredibly
react
frustrating,
faster when they
especially 'cause
accidentally
you're
take
all
down my
playing the game
videos with a
every day.
copyright strike.
Now, let's talk about, how the communications with players, because again, you mentioned they're very integral to the process. So how is communications with players going to be clarified?
So
It's
one
already
of the big
terrible,
things
so
we'd
as
like
long
to
as you do
is
anything, it'll be
clarify the
better.
vocabulary around the game. So when it comes to the game, we have 3 main updates. First and foremost is a straight up update. It's a single entity, something like you can see where we take a frag grenade away from an operator and give them flashbangs or something of the like. The second one, a little more complicated, is a system update. This is something you can see when we do, say, a weapon class update. This is our shotguns we did in year 8, or even the LMGs that are coming in year 9. Last but not least is the remaster. This is by far the most complicated balancing change we can possibly do in the game, but is integral to the health of the game, so that we make sure that your investment in our operators carries forward for all the years to come.
Oh, that's really exciting.
But they already did operator
Let's get into the
remasters,
seasons
like operator
for
reworks.
balancing. Let's talk season 1. I
confused as to
know
how that's
a
any
lot
different.
of you caught the season reveal, but if you didn't, here's a little refresher. Joshua, let's give it to them.
Okay, yeah, so season 1 is coming out hot. There is a lot of stuff in season 1, so you gotta check their loadouts,
agree.
everyone. You all saw the ADS and attachment adjustment, right? Because I think some people want the Ash ACOG. I'm not sure.
Yes,
But-
people do.
Outside of that, we also have our weapon class update. Again, this is a big thing for us, where we go in and we make sure every weapon in the game is working and versatile and has its role. So the LMGs are coming back out to play. Last but not least, the revamped shield mechanics. This is a huge one.
That doesn't look like
I'm a little ahead
2.5
of the game
times.
here, but it's a huge one for us because
But the 1.5 became a
complexity of what it
2.5.
brings to the game. It gives that defensive stance that we see, where you have
already
more
know
control
that.
and definitely move around the field. Now, some of the features, you can jump through full health barricades. You can activate your gadgets behind the shield, like a cluster charge, a breach charge, or maybe later this year, an exothermic charge.
Ooh, sounds good. Okay.
That was the
I
first
wanna
new thing they
talk
talked about in that
reinforcing
segment.
Attacker lineup, 'cause
So
you
Thermite's
mentioned
getting a
that.
shield?
You know that everyone's interested in that. How is that going to look throughout year 9?
Okay, so as we talk about reinforcing our attackers, it means giving them the armory they need, the tools they need to be able to take the fight that they have to do. The second side of it is going across the line over to those defenders and dealing with some powerhouses over there. So in season 1, Azami will be receiving an update.
Yeah, they talked about this yesterday. This is literally the same footage as yesterday as
Now
well.
have a durability on them, which means depending on the weapon caliber you're using, you'll be able to knock them down faster or slower. Additionally,
Yeah, we expected
this
that.
is one of the first steps because we're actually going to be bringing something else in Season 2. Our lovely Spooky Boy Fenrir will receive his first update.
Fucking
This
finally.
will be removing the bulletproof off the FNAT entirely. Also removing
Oh.
FNAT from his loadout and a code. Lastly, Solus. I gotta move fast here. Solus will be receiving 2 updates. Season 2, she'll be receiving the first update, which will make this the case. Her gadget will no longer be able to be used during prep phase.
That's one of the suggestions I
Additionally-
recommended. That way you can't hunt
Additionally,
drones.
The range of her gadget will be reduced, and the battery will drain faster. Now, this is part 1. Part 2 will come in Season 3, and it'll bring a deeper system change. But
Okay.
it takes more time for that, and that's why it's in Season 3. We
I was
have
just
an
saying a few
additional
new things.
operator being adjusted in Season 3, which is Dokkaebi. We're attacking some of the frustration around her gadget.
I mean, I love how you just laid it all down there with
Okay.
all the operators. It's so
Dokkaebi,
exciting. There was
the
a lot
fucking
to,
worst
pack in
operator
there,
to ever
but we have
exist,
to
finally
also
getting
talk
nerfed. Let's go.
About Season 4. I know it's a little bit away, but what is the balancing focus heading into the end of the year?
So the biggest thing about Season 4 is making sure we leave space and time to react to the needs of the community. There is a lot of stuff coming online in Season 1, and we want to make sure that we can be there for you as we experience this all together and we move forward together. Of course, there'll be multiple new updates throughout the seasons, lots of things we didn't cover here, so you can stay tuned to all that as well.
And what else should we keep in mind heading into Year 9 for balancing?
Well, fundamentally, we know where we want to take this game, and we want to be the best damn tactical shooter on the planet, period. Reckless play will not be rewarded. Methodical,
More
team-based
traps.
strategy will, and that is our goal.
All right,
3 new
thank
trap
you so much
operators
for
in
that,
Year 9.
Joshua. I'll give both of you a break now, because that all sounded really great. And you know what sounds great as well? The fact that, you know, Siege is up-leveling the competition. No, I'm not talking about SI, but a new feature that is coming to the game in Year 9. For more on that, here's live content director, Christopher Budget.
Bro, they're finally bringing out the Siege Cup.
We will be finalizing.
They announced
the
this in,
maps
like,
within
year
Quick
5.
Match 2.0, bringing the entire map roster to Quick Match. Standard will be getting new filtering, so you can choose between ranked, all maps, or only the non-ranked maps as well. Within
Okay.
ranked, we're bringing exclusive cosmetics that you can earn every season.
It's a thermite
Siege
headgear
Cup
if
is
you
a
reach
brand
gold.
new time-gated tournament that happens every 2 weeks. Participation within the Siege Cup provides specific rewards, so make sure you grab your friends, squad up.
So it's basically the
register your
Valorant
team,
thing they have,
and we all
right?
know that feeling. At the end of the match, when your heart is pumping, you just need to close it out. There's going to be no other feeling like the Siege Cup.
Few good changes.
And
Oh, that's it?
there's no other feeling than knowing that the Siege Cup is here. Alex, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
The Battle Cup is back. It is now Siege Cup, and this time we mean it. This
No one
is
saw it coming. Bro, they
best
announced it
way
5
to
years ago and they
experience
never did
Siege
anything.
with a full stack of your teammates going up to the top of the tournament and winning those exclusive prizes.
I wonder what the
Gonna
prizes
brush up
are.
on
They
your
didn't say
skills
anything,
there.
so.
But you know what? Let's get a little cozy and head into player comfort and long-term progression.
Okay. I feel like they're finally saying a few more things that are
What is the
tangible
player
instead of just
comfort
vague.
and long-term progression philosophy
info.
in Year 9?
Ultimately, it stems from giving our players many different quality of life upgrades, making sure you have full control over your experience, and giving you more tools to take your skills to the next level.
And what else does this mean for players?
This also means that we are invested in rewarding players' dedication in Siege. You pour hundreds of hours into the game, and we want to return the favor. So we want to make sure that you have that long-term progression to always look forward to.
Okay, with that, let's head into Season 1 updates for player comfort and long-term progression. We raised.
Am I getting alpha packs for all 500 levels I've progressed? 500 alpha pack opening?
How is it really setting the tone in Season 1?
So Season 1, we start immediately with the locker that I know a lot of players have
Yes,
been
that is actually a
asking
really good
for.
change.
The ability to
Guys, you
favorite
can
your
finally
gear,
sort your
the ability
skins.
to look at what you just unlocked.
Year 9
all
is
of
the year
this
Siege.
In one place, we're delivering Season 1.
Yeah, I love the locker. I like keeping organized, and I think a lot of players do too, so the locker's going to come in handy for that. But on top of the locker, we saw updates to movement.
Yeah, so we're going through and making sure all our systems are getting that kind of health thing that we talked about with our operators, making sure that the clunkiness is removed and you have that real
So from
sense
what
of
I've
flow.
heard
So
from
we're
content
looking
creators,
at
the rappel
rappel,
system
an
doesn't
iconic
work.
feature of
You
Siege
get stuck
and
on the
then
rappel
entry and
half the
exit,
time.
making sure it's
So we'll
super
see if that actually
smooth.
comes
It
out.
feels great. It's a game feel
Like you
thing.
rappel and
It's
you
very
literally just
hard
can't
to
move.
describe or even see in a video, but once your hands are on it, you'll know what we're talking about.
Got to get your hands on it. Let's talk about gadgets. What's happening there?
Okay, so we have two big things coming for the gadgets. One
Okay.
is improved gadget pickup. So the idea of being able to pick up a gadget once you've placed it, relocate it within the map. Number two is projectile trajectory pre-visualization.
Oh,
And that is
yeah.
the last time I'm saying that. It's called previs. So
They talked
what
about it
this
yesterday
means
already.
is giving you full control
can just see,
of
like, a
where your
line where you're
gadgets
gonna
go.
throw
Again,
stuff.
Take your skills to the next level, but at the same time, if you're already there and you don't need it, you can turn it off.
I'm probably
Okay.
going to have it on just so I could really tighten my skills there with that. Let's head into Season 2 for player comfort, because a huge part of how you experience the game and you're comfortable with playing the game is knowing how you can improve and how you're performing.
After Action
So how
Report
is Season
2.0,
2
drone
going to
jump
help players
pre-visualization. Wait, what?
We are completely revamping the after action report. This is the system where you commend your players and understand how you performed. After that, you'll
What is
see
this
an
screen?
updated screen where you can see all of your progression, all of your stats, and everything you care about in one single place, and then quickly jump into that next match.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to add for Season 2?
Well, we're extending.
I didn't really
previs into
like
Season
the
2 as well,
design. I like
and
the
we're adding
idea,
it
but I
to
think the
our
design was
drones.
gross.
This gives you all the control you need to be able to get your drones wherever you need to get them. At the end of the day,
This
it's about
fucking
making
drone
sure that you can get the intel you need
well, whatever it's
and
called,
drone
previs.
survivability. Wait, there's more.
That seems weird.
Yeah, so previs, as I said, started in Season 1, Season 2, and we're actually bringing it right into Season 3.
That's so weird.
And what does that mean? It means bringing it to our deployable gadgets. So deployable shield,
This will be good.
jammers, those sort of things. Being able to get them set the first time right.
You can actually see where
Anything
you're
else
placing
for
things.
Season 3 since you already jumped the gun there?
All right. So a lot of us maybe go on our phone when we're waiting for our match in ranked or whatnot. But
Oh
what
my
would be
god,
nice
we can
is
go to the
jump
shooting
into the
range
shooting
during
range.
matchmaking?
You can do that now.
Year 9
in
is the year
Season
of
3, you'll be
Siege.
able to load into the shooting range whenever you're waiting for your matches. And this includes the R6 Cup. Additionally, it seems
Oh, you can-
a bunch
okay.
of you like to 1v1, so we're adding it as a preset into our custom games.
That's pretty cool. I will not be 1v1 you because you spent a lot of time
Okay.
with the game, but
It's just in
give me some time
customs.
to
Why
brush
not do
up my
like
skills and maybe we'll talk.
an online playlist?
You mentioned rewards off the top. Are we going to see that come into play here?
Absolutely. Season 3 is a big feature that we call badges. This is where you'll be able to earn the achievements and challenges and equip those badges as a badge of honor.
Oh, it's a
that you can
mastery
show them
system.
off with all of your friends. And on top of that,
Interesting.
we're creating a new home for badges too, which is the career page. The career page is where you can see your stats, see how your last matches
Okay.
went.
So,
and
yeah, it's just a
customize
mastery
which badges
system.
you equip on your profile.
That's pretty cool.
Battlefield.
Okay,
That's
I
that's
gotta
on my
talk
Battlefield.
about matchmaking as we head into Season 4. How is matchmaking evolving?
So in Season 4, we're introducing something that we call dynamic matchmaking.
New
This is
console to
making
PC
sure we have
option
more
and
flexible
crossplay.
matchmaking for players in lower
Guys, we're about to get so many free
population
clips on these
zones
console
or
kids.
in places that when you're
about to be
playing and it's not
free.
peak, siege time, you're still getting a fair match. So if you're in Australia playing at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you're still getting a balanced and fair matchmaking experience.
Making a lot of Aussies happy. Let's talk about crossplay. What's coming in Season 4?
Crossplay is the final update that we're bringing to the table, letting console players play with PC
It's free.
friends.
It's so free.
It should
Wait, what?
be very important. We'll take a moment to celebrate this.
Oh,
But it's
PC
very
can't play on
important to note
console.
that this
Console
is a
plays on
one-way
That makes
street.
sense.
PC players will not be allowed to play with console matchmaking. So now, with this set, doesn't matter what platform you're on, what console you're playing on, with Siege, you can always play with your friends.
That's pretty cool. Who's excited for that one? Yeah, you heard the noise.
So I guess that means if I play with a console friend, I'll only ever play
Anything else to
PC
cap
people.
off player protection.
I guess
it
you
comes
could
to
run up
player
against console
protection-
people. I don't
Player
know.
comfort, sorry.
Player comfort, yeah.
Someone has to play against
This
them.
is really about what you care about, what the community cares about, the quality of life improvements, everything that's rewarding. Expect us to expand on this and to grow this on the roadmap as we go along in the year based on your feedback.
All right, well, thank you for that, for player comfort and long-term progression. Now, for some of you, you may be looking to maybe trade in some of your items for some cold, hard R6 credits.
Marketplace.
Or maybe you're looking for some
Everyone's
sweet
getting access
throwbacks.
now?
Well, guess what? The marketplace is where you can do all of that. And to tell us more on what the marketplace will look like in year 9, here is Business Strategy Director Mohammed Ben Hanada.
Okay. I didn't know they were going to change it. I guess they're just adding more
Right
stuff
now,
to it.
we're
I don't
aiming
know.
to launch the feature in Season 2. The philosophy behind the marketplace is that we want to make sure that the feature is polished, functional, and as secure as possible. So this means that the beta is going to be running up until we feel that the feature is up to your standard and up to our standards. So for you, this means that you can still sign in through the QR code or through our website. And you can still give us your feedback in order to build this platform together.
Oh, that's it?
And be sure to register for the marketplace to get in on all that cool stuff.
There's no information.
All right, now sometimes you hear training and
They didn't say
onboarding,
anything.
and you're thinking new players, but guess what? Year 9 is bringing some cool things for veteran players as well. And back again to tell us about this feature is Live Content Director Christopher Budgeon.
This year, we really want to focus on following up on our promise to bring the best training tools to Siege. That's why we're really going to be focusing on all of the players, making sure they have the training tools they need to be able to execute whatever strategy they intend to. We're really happy with the reception of Versus AI playlist. And that's why we want to follow it up strong in Season 1 with 5 new maps, new Defender AIs,
They already talked.
and
This
being
was
able to play
this
more
was in yesterday's
tactics as
panel.
well. And we're not stopping there. We're bringing new content in Season 2 and Season 3 as well. On top of that, we're also delivering the
Okay,
AI
no, this is new.
attacking playlist. That means for the first time, you'll be able to play defense and attack in an AI match. Expect AI attackers to drone, to clear roamers, and plant on site. We think this will be a great way to bring your friends into Siege. We know that map knowledge is really important. And that is why we're bringing new maps in Season 1, but also Season 2 and Season 3 as well. Map knowledge isn't the only skill you need to become a champion.
Oh, I just
And while
realized
the
we're not
shooting
getting
range
a
is
single
great
new
place to
map in
warm up
all
your
of Year
aim,
9.
It's not the same as navigating through maps and clearing targets. That's why we're bringing.
They
a big
haven't said
update to
anything about
Target
any new
Drill,
maps.
where you can play
Literally
for
just like
over
they're adding
60
maps to
minutes with
AI.
targets in every room. We have a lot of quality of life improvements coming in this update also. You can turn on headshots only, have pre-made destruction, or even turn on a mini HUD. We're also bringing damage reporting, so as you clear a room, you can see how much damage you've taken, and then you can actually know whether or not you cleared that room efficiently or not. In Season 3, we're bringing the drone drill to the map training playlist. Intel is king, and we know that finding a good hiding spot could be the difference between a win and a loss. Also in Season 3, we have a new cover mode coming to the aiming lane within the shooting range. It's a great opportunity to test with a smaller target as the target dummy takes position behind cover. In Year 9, we're not just building onboarding tools, but rather the future of training to help our current players improve their skills to perform at their best.
Okay. I feel like that was the most information I
Credit
got
there
out of
for
any of these
veteran players
segments, and it was
as
for
well.
a playlist that majority of us
that's
are never
pretty
going to play.
Yeah, and Christopher said it really well when it comes to something like Target Drill. We've been working with veteran players, making sure that they can clear floor after floor after floor, and that they get the best practice possible before they jumped into a ranked match. And of course, this is the best time to jump into Siege as well with your friends when we bring the new Versus AI online with attackers as well.
Now, we are here at SI, So, I mean, it only feels right to check in to what the competitive scene of Siege will look like in year 9. For more on Siege Esports, here is Esports Director Maxime Vial. We have Associate Director, Esports Live Events and Broadcasts, Nelson Garcia, and Blast Executive Director, Christina Martel.
Okay. Are they gonna get rid of the 6-month break that they had before, that pros basically had to retire for?
We have announced some of the changes coming to Blast R6 in season 2024 and revealed the revamped point system to qualify to the 6th Invitational, which now puts more emphasis on teams' results at the majors. And today, I'm happy to reveal one more key change. This season, we are bringing back the 6 Invitational's last chance qualifiers. We will provide more details on their formats later this year.
The first major of season 2024 will be hosted in Manchester.
If you guys go to Manchester, you're getting shanked.
The first major for Siege in the UK, and what better city than Manchester, where we know the crowd will create an unforgettable atmosphere.
London would be better.
Up on stage. In November, we will head to Montreal, home of the Rainbow Six Siege production.
Oh, they are still taking a 6-month break.
A special place in our hearts,
there's no summer major.
After Sao Paulo this year, we will explore fresh location in 2025. The 6th Invitational will travel to the United States. Normally, this is when we drop the mic, but in early
They're all booing.
The 6th Invitational will continue traveling. It is time to spread the love to Europe. We have so many amazing local communities across Europe. So deciding where to go was not easy. But guess what? I'm happy to announce that in 2026, the 6th Invitational will be hosted on Ubisoft home turf in France. Can't wait to see you all there and make it history.
Bro, everyone's booing that.
There was a lot that we covered in this panel, so let's
the crowd was just booing that. So, not a single new map or map rework in all of year 9. Only 2 operators, but 2 operator remasters, which is basically operator reworks.
New features that honor the past,
I have some thoughts,
but also prepare us for the future.
Yeah, there's a ton coming in, and it is all inspired by you. So we're really excited to bring this year to you.
Now, before we go, I can't believe the panel's coming to an end already because you all have been so great. But I have to ask, what is the lasting impression you want the community to be left with heading into year 9? Joshua, let's start with you.
I think the biggest thing is that you're heard. That we are building this game together, we've committed to doing that, and we want to listen to your feedback, and it is not only welcome, but actively encouraged. So please keep giving us your feedback, because this is our collective game. And as Alex said, it's a great time to get into the game. Lots of new players are joining us, and the passion here in Brazil, oh my gosh, you will send ripples through this game for years to come. So again, thank you to everyone, and it's been amazing.
Alex?
I just want to echo what Josh said. I want to thank the entire community for all of the passion you've brought to the game. It inspires us. I also want to thank the team that works on Rainbow Six Siege as well. They pour their hearts and soul into this game, and we appreciate it. Also, I want to thank Blast for putting on the SI, hosting it in Brazil, and for all of you to show up and make it such a special moment. Year 9 is an important year for us, and it sets the stage for an important milestone. At the end of year 9, we'll be moving into our 10th year of Siege. That's a huge milestone. We're already working hard on that.
If for year 10 they don't bring out 2 operators per season,
and while we can't say anything today,
it'll be sad.
I will say that this brings Siege into the future bigger and better than ever. So I want to say again, thank you so much for making this the best game in the world.
I want to thank both of you for coming here and presenting everything you and the team have been working on. We really do appreciate that. And I'm really excited to get into year 9, which a reminder, year 9, season 1 hits the test server tomorrow.
Okay.
So you could try it out.
Not taking tomorrow off stream.
Before we go, I also want to thank
Masters got me working.
everyone that is watching at home. Obrigada, Brazil! passionate community. We love these reveals, and we can't wait to see you again. But for now, we have SI to continue. We have the live orchestra and the live finals coming up, so stay tuned.
We'll pause it here and we'll talk. Okay, so thoughts. The emphasis they're putting on anti-cheat and player protections are good. Punishing mouse and keyboard users on console is good. Banning or making it harder for people to cheat is good. All good changes. My concerns lie with the content itself. So this is something that majority of you guys won't care about because it doesn't really impact you. But as a content creator, it impacts me. We used to get, I know we always talk about this, every single season we used to get 2 new operators, an operator rework, and a new map, or a map rework. In year 9, we are getting 2 new operators, 2 operator reworks, and no maps, no map reworks from what they said. I think at this point we have reached 1/4 of the previous content we used to get. For the average player, this probably doesn't mean as much. You guys probably don't care about that because it's like, oh, you know, I still get to play the game, I still get to have fun, whatever. For content creators, it's going to be a little shitty because it's going to be harder for us to make content when there's less to talk about. Because like these are good changes. Like you know, people are going to be happy about the anti-cheat. They're going to be happy about the mouse and keyboard stuff, blah blah, which is good. But you can't really make content on that. I think it's going to be harder for content creators to do anything, which is why I tweeted out that thing I did the other day where I was like, content creators got to start filling out their McDonald's application forms because it ain't looking good for content. It's going to be hard to make content. Does that matter? No. At the end of the day, the game should focus on improving itself, and if they can make the game better at the cost of content creators making content, that's better for them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little concerned. I don't like that they're removing 1 operator per season and changing it to a rework, but they're trying to reclassify it as a remaster to make it sound like it's huge, but it's not any different than a rework from what we know. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be a completely new operator, but we'll see. That is also my other concern is like a lot of the stuff they talk about. I guess I just noticed this after like years of hearing corporate speak when it comes to gaming stuff. A lot of the stuff they mentioned, they were like, this is new and innovative. But they're just basically rebranding things that already existed. So like I said with the operator remaster, they changed it to remaster to make it sound more epic when it's the same thing as an operator rework. And they're like, well, you're not going to get a new season, or you're not going to get a new operator. You're going to get an operator remaster. Like, so you're just basically giving us the operator rework we would normally get in place of a full operator. So it's like they're trying to, you know, finagle it and make people think it sounds like it's bigger than it is, but it's not. I don't know. As far as the actual, I guess, like anti-cheat and like fixing the game stuff sounds, that all sounds good. It all sounds like great changes. I hope they go through with them. And like, oh, okay, honestly, like the biggest concern for us, and I think this goes for everyone, not just me, we're hoping that Ubisoft actually follows through with this and meets their deadlines, because half the time they say this is coming in Season 3 and it doesn't come out till 2 years later. I mean, the Siege Cup is something they announced back in, I think it was year 4 or year 5 of Siege, and it only is coming out now in year 9. I'm a little skeptical on whether these things will come out in time. I feel like the Zim punishment by putting them in PC lobbies is going to probably get pushed back to year 10. What other stuff? I think like reputation system's probably not going to come out of beta in Season 2 like they are hoping. I think the marketplace is probably not going to fully come out until Season 4. So I feel like their goals are pushed really far forward, and maybe that's because they're not coming out with as much content, so they can push it forward. And like if they, I don't know, if they can reach those goals, that's good. I don't have faith in them to actually do it. Maybe I'm just negative about it. I think after 9 years of Siege, I have earned the right to be skeptical on what they can do. But I mean, I guess overall, though, everything else that I saw, like all the other changes are good. Like I don't really have any complaints about that. Like I'm just concerned about the content. That's about it. It basically feels like Operation Health 2.0, but it's a full year instead of 1 season. I would rather them make Year 9 Season 2, Operation Health 2.0, and we take a 3-month break from Siege, rather than basically it be a full year. But maybe this will be better. I don't know. I'm happy that they're finally addressing operators that have been problematic, because Zombie is getting nerfed, and then Solus is getting nerfed, Fenrir is getting nerfed. All that is good. Again, I'm a little hesitant to believe their deadlines, but hey, if they get it done, they get it done. That's all that matters. Thermite's getting a shield. Oh yeah, they hinted at that. So it wouldn't surprise me. This wouldn't be the first time that something that Bikini had mentioned became true, like Bikini Body. But whenever I hear through channels like, oh, this one operator is getting changed through this, suddenly Bikini mentions that should be a change, and then it happens, and I'm like, So I feel like he probably knew, he probably talked to the devs, and they were like, oh yeah, we're going to give Thermite a shield in year 9. And he's like, guys, how about if Thermite gets a shield in year 9? He did it with the Kali pistol thing. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case here as well. But if Thermite does get a shield, cool. I'm curious what will happen with a Recruit, because they basically made it sound like Recruit's going to be a whole new operator. But then I'm like, how do you make Recruit a whole operator instead of just a Recruit? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but we'll see what they say. That's next season's problem, I guess. I did feel like, I mentioned at the beginning, there was a lot that they said that was just very vague. They didn't really like say anything. They were talking, but they weren't saying anything. But then as the panel went on, they started getting a bit more descriptive, which is good. It just felt like when they were talking about the operators and the remasters, they didn't really say anything. Okay, that is it for the panel.